6. So I'm just gonna jabber on for a little bit. It is now 6 o'clock. We are officially open. 16 views. That is crazy. Okay. I'm gonna hope that people start showing up. Promoted this just a little bit. We got whiteboard up there. We're gonna be documenting our very first tournament today, our first televised tournament. This is the first ever EnCW pay-per-view Warzone, and at Warzone today we will be crowning a middleweight champion. We already have a heavyweight champion who is King Dedede. He won a tournament that was held at my cottage, actually, a weekend ago. So today we're going to be crowning a middleweight champion. The way it's going to work, we had interim matches already, and now that we have our finalists, they were in a tournament bracket, an interim tournament bracket, to decide who's going to get a bye in the first round. Roy actually won the 7-man timed battle royal, so he will be getting a bye in the first round. Once we start getting some more people in here, I will start. Aw, Nut Crusher followed me. That's so nice of you, Nut Crusher. What we're going to be doing is I'm going to be announcing the bracket. We're going to start matches, and these matches are actually going to count for points. They're going to count for the win-loss record. They're also going to count for plus or minus records, which I don't know if a lot of people understand plus or minus, but basically if you get positive amount of knockouts, then you get plus positive points added to your total, which everybody's at 0 right now, except for the 8 members of the heavyweight division that were in the heavyweight tournament. If you have a negative at the end of the match, you will be getting negative to your score. 0 is just stays where it's at. So we are going to go ahead and announce the very first match in EnCWrestling, which is going to just take place at Battlefield. It is going to be Corin versus Peach. Let's go. I see Nut Crusher in the chat. Hello, Nut Crusher. We are going to start off with Peach versus Corin in the middleweight division tournament. Like I said, win-loss record, points record, plus or minus record, all at stake here in this very first match. And starting out with Peach in a pretty good start to this match here. These are all going to be 3 stock, 7-minute long. 7 minutes just because it's the setting on the Switch for now. Might bring it down to 5, might not. For the win-loss record, that's pretty straightforward. If you get a win, you get a tally. If you don't get a win, you get a tally in the lose bracket. There's also going to be sudden death is also going to be in the equation as well. For wins, 2 points. For losses, 0 points. For sudden death losses, that is going to be 1 point. If you win in sudden death, obviously that's a win, 2 points. All of this is going to be factored into who's getting title shots, who's in tournaments, who's in interim matches, the standings, like that. It all is decided by how these guys do in their matches. I was asked recently if there was going to be people actually playing characters in this tournament, and if I get enough followers and enough people that want to play, then sure can do that. They would not be playing the same character every time, because I know people that are very good at this game and would win everything, and most likely as Peach. And Peach does not need to be champion of every division, so we will have to figure that out when we get there. So now that I talked about divisions a little bit, let's go over that. There's 3 weight divisions, heavy, middle, and lightweight divisions. There's also going to be an open weight champion, which can be defended across all 3 weight divisions. There's also there are 29 fighters in each division. There's also going to be a tag team division. Now that is interesting. Anybody can team up in the tag team tournament, no matter their weight class. Bowser Jr. and Bowser are both heavyweights. They can be a team together. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, a lightweight and a heavyweight, are also going to be a pair in the tag team tournament, or the tag team division. Interim matches deciding where people are going to end up, those will not be counted for points. They're all going to be timed battles, and they're basically acting as qualifying matches. Let's see here. There's going to be monthly pay-per-views, as well as alongside, hopefully, a weekly show, where I just come on here, I update everybody on what's happened that week. We have a couple matches, some of them interim matches, some of them actual matches that will count for all of the previously stated stuff. For title matches, so the end of this tournament, and Corin has advanced to the semifinals. I'm going to plug that in real quick. Corin is going to be facing Roy, who got a bye in the first round. And we are going to move on to our next match as soon as we can. Why is everything capitalized? Okay. Same battlefield, keeping everybody on the same level ground. In the second round and final round, we will be switching up the battlefield. This is going to be Iggy versus Mario. I was considering putting Mario in his white tux, because that is my favorite skin in this entire game. Very classy. I would consider that first match an upset. The person in the chat room, 2 people in the chat room, sorry. Why do you play like that? Why play like how? Captain Annie, I'm going to say, Captain Annie. Thank you, Nut Crusher, for saying you're welcome to my earlier statement. I want to know from you guys, do you think that first match was an upset? I personally think that Peach was going to facing backwards. Yes, it was not backwards earlier. TC. I don't know what a TC is, probably because I'm an idiot. I apologize. It was not facing backwards earlier. We had figured out a way for it to not be facing backwards, and for some reason it is now. So that's awesome. I will be attempting to find a way to fix that. The other reason why it's not just on the screen is because I don't have money to buy the adapter to put it into Twitch instead of having it on a screen behind us. But yes, thank you for paying attention to that, because I did not notice until right now. So yeah, seeing where everybody's at. Iggy doing a very good job right now. Though the Bowser Jr. characters are annoyingly good at this game. I don't root for any of them ever, and somehow they're still able to win. And yeah, it's annoying, and I wish they would stop winning so that I don't have to keep seeing them. And like I said, the winner of this tournament is going to be the new first middleweight champion. That will be very exciting. Everybody that you're not seeing in this tournament has already lost interim matches to get into this tournament. Peach being the first person to have a negative mark or a mark in the lose column, as long as a negative a 0 in her column for that loss just now. Mario down to 1 life. Very shocking. Peach and Mario not doing very well right now. Mario characters not facing up well against, well, I guess another Mario character being Iggy. So I guess one Mario character is doing very well. Hoping to see Mario get a win here. Being very against these guys right now. I apologize. But this tournament is our lineup for today's pay-per-view. Could potentially have 1 or 2 in the middle to break it up. I know that I need to have a couple matches in the lightweight division to get stuff rolling in that division, because we do not have a champion there. I could also have a title defense for King Dedede, but we do not have a contender so far. The only person that could be a contender would be Dr. Mario, who got beaten out by King K Rool, and Iggy won. Good. I am rooting for him. He is excellent. Yay. Okay. And in our last match in the first round, we are having the female Wii Fit trainer who beat the male Wii Fit trainer in a match to qualify, is going up against Ken. Ken being in middleweight, Ryu being in heavyweight. So yeah, we will be getting Ken and we will be getting the female Wii Fit trainer. Let's get this one going. And as we are watching this one, I will be announcing that King Dedede will be defending his heavyweight division title right after the semifinals of Roy and Corin and Iggy and whoever wins out of these two. Dr. Mario was beaten by King K Rool in the semifinals of the heavyweight tournament. King Dedede has already defeated Ganondorf, who lost in the semifinals, and K Rool, who lost in the finals. So I figured Dr. Mario should get a shot making it that far in the tournament after winning a lot of interim matches to qualify. And I will also have a fatal 5-way 10-minute Iron Man match, just 10 minutes, however many falls we can get. Yep, a fatal five-way between the 5 characters in the lightweight division who won interim matches, that being Ness, Mr. Game & Watch, Larry, and actually only 4 competitors, and Lucas. I misread my information. Haha. So yeah, those 4 will go at it for 10 minutes. Most falls wins. That will be going on right after the finish of this match. And after that's over, we'll have our 2 semifinal matches, and then King Dedede versus Dr. Mario will be happening. And then the main event, the finals of the middleweight championship. Female Wii Fit trainer doing very, very well so far in both the interim matches and this match here. Wow. And that's the game with 2 stocks. So that means that female Wii Fit trainer, +2, and Ken with a big -2. That is a huge win for female Wii Fit trainer. That's going to be a difficult one to keep track. Okay, we will now be moving on to our 10-minute Iron Man match for the lightweight division. And since this is going to take some time, I'm going to do it on a map that changes a little bit every once in a while. Change of scenery. Not Lemmy, Larry, that's who. Definitely don't want Ryu in there, he will destroy everyone. And now that I did all that, I am going to back up and change the rules real quick. Okay, now that we got that, let's get started with this. Now this match is going to be for the lightweight title. These 4 competitors beat out other people in the lightweight division in interim matches to make it to the final 4, which the plan was obviously to have this match. Now, Iron Man matches are going to be huge have huge implications for the plus and minus records, because I've seen +10s before, I've seen +1 before. There's also -10s, zeros. Some people might not be getting any plus or minus scores added to their overall record. Some people might be getting positive or negative 10. Like, there's no way of knowing which way it's going to go for everybody. I guess while this match is going, I can go through who is in each division. Since it's 29 people in each division, it's going to take me some time to go through all the names, and this seems like a perfect opportunity to do so. We'll start off with heavyweight division since we've already crowned a champion and we'll be having a title defense later. We have in order that they are shown on the screen, Donkey Kong, Samus, Dark Samus, Captain Falcon, Bowser, Dr. Mario, Ganondorf, Chrome, Wario, Snake, Ike, King Dedede, Rob, Mega Man, Bowser, Roy from the Bowser Jr. selections, Morton, Ryu, Balutina, I don't know why I have her name spelled wrong here, Ridley, Simon, Richard, King K Rool, Incineroar, Piranha Plant, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry, and Byleth. Now, some of those names, like all of the Bowser Juniors that are in there, Banjo and Kazooie, Captain Mario, Mega Man, Wario, all these guys were ones that I had to go through a couple interim matches just to make it into the heavyweight division. Other names considered were like Lucario. Lucario went through a very extensive interim phase. If I look back real quick, I know he played a couple different people. I don't have those right now right on me, but I know he faced King Dedede, who is the current champion, and won. So that was a pretty big indicator that he could hang. But he also was beaten badly a couple more times by other people. So he wasn't able to make the heavyweight division. Moving on to middleweight, we have Mario, Link, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Zelda, Falco, Marth, Lucina, Roy from FE, Lucario, Wolf, the male and female Wii Fit trainers, Rosalina and Luma, Greninja, Palutena, Pac-Man, Robin, Shulk, Wendy, Iggy, Ludwig, Ken, Cloud, Corrin, Joker, and Hero. And then the lightweight division, Yoshi, Kirby, Fox, Pikachu, Ness, Jigglypuff, Ice Climbers, Sheik, Pichu, Young Link, Mewtwo, Mr. Game & Watch, Meta Knight, Pit and Dark Pit, Zero Suit Samus, Diddy Kong, Lucas, Sonic, Olimar, Toon Link, Villager, Little Mac, Larry and Lemmy, Duck Hunt, Inkling, and Isabelle. As you can see, only have 4 left in that tournament to decide who will be the very first lightweight division title holder. And after this match, we will go to our semifinals of the middleweight division tournament. And after those two, just as a reminder, King Dedede defending the heavyweight title versus Dr. Mario. I considered putting Dr. Mario in a contenders match with Ganondorf and K Rool. And the more I think about it, the more I'm thinking that that is something that is probably going to be happening after this match before the next round of the tournament. So that would be Dr. Mario, Ganondorf, and K Rool. So, new match added, Dr. Mario having to go through Ganondorf and K Rool at the same time in order to get his hands on King Dedede. Ganondorf and K Rool each needing revenge for their losses in the tournament. Now, I can talk a little bit about that tournament, considering it did not happen in real time as this one is. And we have about 3 minutes and 30 seconds left on here, so plenty of time to explain some more things. The interim matches, King K Rool, Crumb, Simon, Dr. Mario, Captain Falcon, Ganondorf, King Dedede, and Banjo-Kazooie all made it into the tournament. K Rool over Crumb, Simon lost to Dr. Mario, Captain Falcon lost to Ganondorf, and King Dedede beat Banjo and Kazooie. In the second round, Dr. Mario and Ganondorf each lost, and King K Rool lost in the finals to King Dedede. As soon as this match is over, we will have the triple threat between Dr. Mario, King K Rool, and Ganondorf to see who will be facing King Dedede for the heavyweight title after the 2 second round matches in the middleweight tournament. Just taking a minute to collect thoughts and hang out for a second, save my voice for later. I'm sure there's ways to show the actual scores, and I am not well versed enough to know how to do that. So for now, we are in the dark on who is currently in the lead. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, and I'm sure at some point that will be figured out, hopefully. Larry definitely cannot afford to take another loss before this minute is up. Game & Watch has stuck in there for a pretty long time with not getting knocked out yet. And we are in the final minute before we will be crowning a lightweight champion. I feel like if, and there he goes. I was just about to say, I feel like if Game & Watch could hold out, I would assume that he would be in pretty good standings. Five seconds left. And let's see. And your very first lightweight champion is Mr. Game & Watch. Let's see what the plus or minus scores were. Game & Watch with a +4. Ness and Lucas in the negative. And Larry also in the negative. That is a very big, very important list of numbers there, with Game & Watch picking up the win and losses for everybody else. We will now be going over to the #1 contendership match in the heavyweight division. Oh, that is a time trial. let's get out of that because we do not need another 10-minute match. All right, and this again is Dr. Mario Ganondorf and King K Rool. All right, the winner of this will be playing King Dedede for the heavyweight championship later on. Huge stakes here. This is also a time match, as many stocks as possible. Ganondorf taking K Rool out in the first 10 seconds. In timed matches, there will be items. In stock matches, there will not be items. Too high of stakes to be giving out items for tournament and title matches, I personally think. Obviously, unless it's a Iron Man match or a stipulation match, like a stamina match would be no items. Iron Man matches would be items on. Thank you, Nate, for liking us on Facebook. I do have a Facebook page set up for Ethernet Community Wrestling. That is ENC underscore wrestling at Facebook. I will hopefully be getting a Instagram account going at some point. Also, most likely at EnCWrestling. Just trying to keep it simple for everybody. We are in the final minute. After this match, we have Roy versus Corin and Iggy versus the female Wii Fit trainer for the semifinals of the middleweight tournament. If you are in the chat, I would love to know who you are rooting for. Currently, you have 3 to choose from. You have 4 to choose from. In the tournament, we are in the last 5 seconds to see who will be fighting King Dedede for the heavyweight title. K Rool, again, big victory for K Rool. And let's see what those plus or minus scores are. -3 for Dr. Mario. Dr. Mario, who was considered for a title shot with a -3 score so far. That will be happening in 2 matches from now. 3 matches from now. 2 matches before it. We will be switching up the location for the final 2 matches in the middleweight division. We'll go with something close quarters, kind of even playing field. Ha ha ha. Now, In our very first match, we have Corin versus, already forgot, Roy. Now, if you remember, Roy got a bye in the first round after winning an interim 7-way match. That interim match also decided the order of the tournament. Ken being eliminated first. After him was Peach and Mario, Iggy and Corin, female Wii Fit trainer, and then Roy, who won and got a bye in the first round. We are now seeing our first of 2 semifinal matches, and then we will see our heavyweight title defense, and then our very first middleweight champion will be getting crowned. Corin in a lot of trouble right now, not getting very much percentage. Corin down a stock, and Corin taking out Roy. We are now at Roy, who desperately needs to take out Corin. And now the implication with this is that if Corin were to knock out Roy right now, he would go up +2. Roy would go down -2 in the standings. Roy is in a lot of trouble. That right there is what we call an upset. That is very, very shocking. Roy, who got a bye in the first round, being taken out in the second round by Corin. That is big. We will now be seeing Iggy versus female Wii Fit trainer on the same stage, and then we will go over to our 2 heavyweight and middleweight championship matches. While this match is going on, I can kind of explain some of the rules and nuances of other divisions, like our tag team division. All of the shadow character pairings will be being paired up. Ryu and Ken will be a tag team. Weight divisions can be crossed. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong will be a pair, as well as other teams like Luigi and Mario, Peach and Daisy, obviously. But then factions can switch out who is in matches. Not King K Rool. Banjo and Kazooie will most likely be joining forces with Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong. If the Bowser Jr.'s group would so wish, they can also join forces. We could at some point see a fatal 4-way between all 8 members of the Bowser Jr. clan. What a lovely match that would be. Wii Fit trainer, female Wii Fit trainer, who had a very dominant performance in the interim and first round, being taken out in a very dominant fashion by Iggy, who moves on to the finals to face Corrin. Now, we will be moving on to our finals in the heavyweight division, not finals, a title defense in the heavyweight division between King Dedede and King K Rool. Let's see if King Dedede can get a win over King Dedede, get some revenge for the finals of the heavyweight tournament. Whoever wins this match will probably not be playing for a little while the seeds are sown for other rivalries, other matches. There's definitely room to grow in this division. Guys like Mega Man and Dr. Mario, who just lost very harsh fashion. These guys need a chance to work their way up the rankings, but we could see these two guys facing each other again at the next pay-per-view, just purely on skill, and King K Rool goes up one stock. King Dedede wins back that stock. We are now even at 2 stocks apiece. Predictions? Person in the chat? People in the chat? Who do we want to win? Who do you think is going to win? You got 5 minutes to make your predictions. I will also put in my 2 thoughts, and then we will see what happens. King Dedede trying to work on that second stock of K Rool. Dedede desperately needs to get a fall on K Rool right now to keep himself in the match. Now, King Dedede is in a lot of trouble with 120% with 1 life left. King K Rool with 1 stock available as well at 0%. King Dedede making fast work to getting K Rool's percentage up with not taking very much damage since knocking out K Rool after that second stock. K Rool not able to hold out. Dedede taking very good hits, and we have a new heavyweight champion. That was the question in the chat. Sorry for not seeing that earlier. we have a new heavyweight champion in King K Rool, who defeated the man that defeated him in the tournament, King Dedede. And let's change up the scenery for our final match tonight. Now this match is the finals of the middleweight division tournament that we've been seeing today, between Corin and Iggy. Let's get started. 7 or less minutes left until we're going to be ending the stream. Predictions, guys. Let's see what your predictions are. This is going to be very interesting to see who wins and becomes our very first champion. Most likely what will be happening is the loser of this will be going up against Roy and the female We Fit trainer, just like K Rool did, to see who will be going up against the winner of this match in their very first title defense. King Dedede, very first heavyweight champion, losing his championship to King K Rool after only holding it for about a week and a day, actually. All of this information is going to be available at some point, hopefully. Definitely all being documented, just not sure yet when it's going to be enough to just for you. Thank you in the chat wants Iggy to win the very first lightweight championship. Prominently putting somebody that I don't want as a champion right out front. Corey and Iggy, very, very tight race right now. Both guys doing very well. Got a little less than 5 minutes left on this match. As soon as it's over, we will be crowning the very first middleweight division title holder, and then I'll explain a few things, and then we'll end the stream. Probably end the stream at exactly an hour, which is in 12 minutes. Corin needs to take Iggy out to make this a close contest between the last fall. Corin not doing a great job of that right now. Already at 69%, Iggy at 175%. Not looking good for Corin right now. But we shall see what happens. Iggy very close to knocking out. And Iggy is our very first lightweight division champion. Good. I'm glad. Need some diversity in here. Some people I like and some people I don't. Okay. Iggy is our very first lightweight champion. And with that, we will be ending today's pay-per-view. Today we crowned a lightweight champion. in Mr. Game & Watch, going up against Ness, Larry, and Lucas in a 10-minute Iron Man match. We also saw the middleweight tournament. Roy getting a bye in the first round, Corin taking out Peach, Iggy taking out Mario, and Ken being defeated by the female Wii Fit trainer in the first round. Roy taking a huge loss to Corin in the second round. Iggy taking out female Wii Fit trainer after a very dominant performance in both the first round and both interim matches. Iggy beating out Corin in the finals to become the very first middleweight champion. And then we had two matches in the heavyweight division. Dr. Mario and Ganondorf, the semifinalists, losing in the heavyweight tournament, and King K Rool losing in the finals to King Dedede in the heavyweight tournament. Went up against each other, with King K Rool winning that one to go up against King Dedede, the heavyweight champion, and won the match. King K Rool, the very first, King Dedede, the very first champion to lose their title, only 8 days into his title reign. King K Rool defeating him not easily. Very, very close match that was. Well, this coming Thursday, I don't know what day that is, but this coming Thursday, we will be having another stream. Some interim matches, some matches that are going to be counting for win-loss records, for points, and for the plus or minus scores. Till then, watch out for some information on Facebook. Look out for the Instagram page going out, and come back on Thursday. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Andrew Smith, and this was EnCW Presents Warzone.